So we've got a dark family or a dark group who use dark energy and try and manifest a loss. So we've got Temperance in reverse and a Page of Swords, spying, delaying, news, demonically possessed, Three of Cups, celebrating some sort of a sacrifice, chaos, Tower, Three of Cups, the Sun card, celebrating some sort of chaos. Okay, Aries, celebrating chaos. I've got a Dark Hierophant who seems to be battling against a High Priestess using demon magic. So the Magician in reverse, Full card in reverse, and Temperance in reverse, Six of Wands, and Empress in reverse. Battling against a High Priestess, we've got Three of Swords, Hanged Man, and then Eight of Swords. Nine of Wands, paranoid. Aquarius. Aquarius is paranoid. We've got an Aquarius who is paranoid, who was trying to manifest an ending. Four of Swords, what it's battle. Four of Swords, and it. Battling. Right, so this seems to be battling to try and manifest a loss. And trying to celebrate using black magic, Four of Pentacles, and then Temperance in reverse and Hanged Man. So it could be, and then the Capricorn Devil card. Could have been several different sacrifices. Battling, sacrificing someone to devil demons. So, using black magic. Moon card in reverse, Three of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and Queen of Wands. Then we've got Temperance, Sagittarius energy. And then Leo, so it could be Sagittarius and Leo involved. Where they celebrate being a soulless being, to be honest. So they celebrate being a soulless being. They're trying to block a new beginning. They're trying to block any new beginnings. Yeah, Seven of Wands and then Five of Wands and a Magician card in reverse. So they're doing competition magic, blockage spells, Seven of Wands. They're trying to stop and block any good manifestations using black magic. They're trying to block and stop any good manifestations using black magic because they view someone as competition. So they've only resulted in using black magic to literally try and ruin High Priestess's full life. Battling against this child as well. So Five of Wands doing drama magic, Sun card. We've got Aries, Leo and Sagittarius and Pisces who want to create that heartbreak. Eight of Swords in reverse, some sort of mental entrapment binding spells. So basically, they've been using black magic, battling, trying to conjure up some sort of demons, conjure up, summon the devil, 333. But before that, they've done some sort of binding spells in spirit and then conjured up to stop that High Priestess from being able to defend and protect herself and defend and protect anyone else around her from these low vibrational forces. So we've got a King of Cups who's guilty, paid money, took some money, took some sort of information that's been illuminated. Four of Wands, surrounding a home, guilty, lying in messages, surrounding a gift. Surrounding a gift. So could want High Priestess's gifts, whether that be physical inheritance or spiritual inheritance, lying about it. Could have tried to take ownership or control of a home. So we've got a Queen of Cups, Hermit Vega in reverse, who's paranoid, who's lacking growth and expansion in her own life. Malicious gossip, guilty about High Priestess. Then we've got King of Pentacles in reverse. So it could be a Virgo masculine and a water sign female. Both narcissists. Both narcissists romanticising each other. Trying to get someone kicked out. Trying to get High Priestess kicked out. We've got High Priestess and Ten of Pentacles. And then we've got the Chariot and the Lovers. Seven of Swords and Ace of Cups and the Sun card. So they're literally guilty with the Nine of Swords. Using black magic, they've tried to cloak themselves with this Hermit Beggar in reverse. They've tried to cloak themselves and cover up what they've done. So there's been doing a lot of battles, but been cloaking themselves. Probably, again, linking to family, exes, friends, people in the community, people in the area, people who they're associated with. Been trying to cloak themselves, 555, and battle and compete using black magic and make out like it's not even them. So I just getting that there's joined to a dark satanic cult or a coven, Taurus, Nine of Wands, playing games, Page of Cups with children. Yeah, Taurus, Two of Swords, trying to block some sort of manifestations, passionate with this King of Cups, Nine of Cups about shattering dreams, like romanticizing about shattering someone. Yeah, romanticizing about shattering someone and bringing that heartbreak. Then we've got Hierophant in reverse and the Devil card. So a dark satanic cult, romanticizing about shattering someone's dreams, goals, Three of Cups, celebrating, spying, paying, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups to create illusions, justice, surrounding the justice system. So wanting a karmic cycle of battling, childish, lying, hanged man. So they've been really childish. Any opportunity they want to avoid judgment, like it's like they want to swear on off, sacrifice someone for their gifts, and then just swear on off. Devil card. So Capricorn energy. They've got King of Swords in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse. So Capricorn energy and Taurus involved Two of Pentacles in weighing up how to stop lying, working with the father of lies, trying to cloak themselves, So King of Wands, messages not wanting to expand, lack of financial stability. So basically, and lack of strength. So basically what they're wanting is, or lack of independence through spell work. They're trying to make out like High Priestess is lacking this, lacking that, lacking this, but constantly competing, doing black magic, and then pretending like there's not. So basically they're very deluded. They're extremely delusional. I is getting spiritual bullies and recruiting more people to battle against High Priestess and their child or children to stop this Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, to stop that Ace of Cups, to stop a love offer, Five of Swords in reverse, and the Magician in reverse. Seven of Cups, conflict magic, creating illusions surrounding people to make them an enemy. So basically, they are using, with spell work, the guilty for persistently doing it, trotting around, using illusions. Queen of Swords in reverse, creating a lot of illusions and doing demon magic. So constantly, because they know this High Priestess can either see some sort of High Priestess like psychic abilities, they are using that against her. Oh, no. So they are using someone else's psychic abilities against them, yet they want someone else's psychic abilities. They're using everything, what they've done to this High Priestess against her, but playing mind games and gaslighting at the same time. Spiritual bullies, doing binding spells, and then conjuring up that of a low vibration and constantly doing black magic, so probably psychic attack, because they are jealous. Candle magic, constantly pulling off that energy, cloaking themselves in High Priestess's energy, could be claiming to be a High Priestess, constantly pulling off that energy using candle magic, switching that energy up, energy harvesting, and doing mirror magic, because they know High Priestess is going to be able to kind of tell at some point what's going down. Family curse, yeah. So there's done a family curse and been launching love attacks. So somebody's attacking your love relationships. This could be like platonic, romantic relationship with child or children. Constantly bringing chaos, drama, demon magic. Doing demon magic. Somebody's conjuring demons to block your blessings and bring harm your way. And they're lying about it as well. I mean, because there's linking to some sort of practitioner, a satanic cult or coven, they're obviously going to be lying about it because they don't want to get dismantled, because this is how they get away with so many things. So I mentioned binding spell because the Eight of Swords came out in reverse, and binding spells come out in reverse. Somebody's using spell work to keep you from using your personal power. So using spell work and doing binding in spirit, then launching spiritual attacks, sucking off that energy, trying to shatter and exhaust that person, yeah, and then launching spiritual attacks, mirror work, persistently around the clock. They keep getting instant karma. So they're wanting a power transference and then doing dark energy. So dark energy, constantly sending dark energy, then wanting a power transference, and they're not liking that someone else is spiritually stronger than them. So they have to recruit more people because they're spiritually weak. So they did some sort of a free spell. Someone wants to stop any progress on your way to success and then go into assistance. Go into assistance. I was getting this done, dark magic, hoodoo, voodoo, you name it. Any of that dark energy work, anything what involves doing witchcraft and black magic is what they've been doing persistently to block and stop someone else's Ace of Cups, that Sun card, attacking, spiritually attacking children, trying to make offerings to marine kingdom spirits, like water deities, 1212, in order to gain power and control. So that they're all about gaining power and control and being just mean, narcissistic, and try and be in control of someone else's full life. Someone else's 10 of Pentacles as well. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles and that Chariot card. And then Empress, High Priestess. So basically, and then the child or children, and then even love relationships. So they want control of this High Priestess's child, children. They want control of her 10 of Pentacles, her generational wealth. They want control of her victory, reward, success, recognition. And then if she gets any partner and her child or children have a partner, they want full control over their partners as well. So this family is a type of family. Like if High Priestess was to have child or children with somebody, this family would do everything they can to sneak attack, sneak around, spy, lie, stalk, and then they would use the boyfriends or girlfriends as a weapon, and then they want to use them for their attacks. So then they manipulate the children as well to start, like, literally through spell work, through black magic, through hexing and cursing. They do demon magic to create blockages, voodoo. They get instant karma all the time. They try and attack their finances, constantly going to assistance to do demon magic. Vampire, siphoning all that energy harvesting, and then mirror work. So the energy harvest. And energy harvesting is about, like, if you sleep with High Priestess, yeah, it's like sleep with this High Priestess, then go on back to this team, this evil family, and harvest off that energy. And then also what they do is they want any, like, because of this Seven of Swords in reverse, sneaking around, spying, they want any indecent images. So that can be by placing cameras, spying devices, listening devices, hacking into phones, taking pictures from Snapchat of High Priestess, children, and harvesting off them pictures, and then sending that back to the team. And these proper predator, evil family members, they harvest off that energy. And that's where they get their strength from, these energy vampires. That's where they get the strength from. That is, like, literally where they get the strength from from harvesting. So they want to take someone, like cloaking themselves. And then we've got Tower, so we've got Virgo cloaking themselves. So they could be posing to be somebody else with this 10 of Pentacles and the Tower card and then a Hermit like Virgo. They could be posing to be somebody else. Take that generational wealth, sign falsify legal documentations and sign everything over to themselves. Guilty, they could be taking a house, a home, and constantly doing demon magic. Child abuse spells, Page of Cups in reverse. They do child abuse spells. So then it could be like, oh, look, child abuse, you know, because of all this black magic, this sacrificing, this manipulation, this binding spells, and then conjuring up demons. Oh, look, some child abuse and stuff like that. So then they can sit there and try and act all high and mighty and take ownership, control of someone else's full life. High Priestess, child, children, their full life, her generational wealth, their partners, and their wealth, and their life, and their success, and their recognition, and their energy as well, because it's literally just feeding the devil. So we've got a Leo and a Sagittarius who's battling. 5 of Wands creating illusions. Don't want it to be illuminated though. There's truth because they know they're guilty. They've been working with a dark high priestess. So they committed to being karmics with the Wild in reverse. They committed to being karmics. It's like they chose to be karmics. They chose to be karmics. Not karma. Not karma. They chose to be karmics. Yes, so that's the truth. They chose to be a fallen angel. They want to demonically possess. King of Swords in reverse. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Then we've got a Libra. Then we've got Taurus. And Aries energy. Could be linked to an X. 7 of Pentacles harvesting. Child, children. 6 of Cups. The Devil card. Ace of Swords. Lack. Because literally 2 of Wands are lacking power. They're lacking strength. Unless they, like, because they're energy vampires and they need that energy. If they do not harvest off like women and children, they will just grow weak. They will grow weak. They will literally be weak. So they harvest. And again, like if there's placing cameras inside of home, they watch around the clock on these cameras, harvest off that energy, harvest, 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 harvest. And literally without that energy, these energy vampires would be dead. They would literally be dead. And this is what this evil family and this like group does. Is they use black magic all day, harvest off people's energy, and then cloak themselves in other people's energy and then roam around and disguise themselves as an angel. Meanwhile, the ones who are naturally that of a higher vibration, they will just siphon off that energy and then again go back to this group and pass that good energy onto the devil, because they are like devil worshippers and they feed and fuel the devil all the time, 24/7. 24/7. The beast. The beast. That's what they just want to do. Feed the beast. They're obsessed. We're doing black magic. Like 24/7. As soon as they wake up, like, what should we do today, guys? What should we do today? Should we do a bad parent spell? And stuff like this. Should we do a child abuse spell? Oh, look, they seem to be doing okay in life. Should we all just team up, become an enemy? Become an enemy, and then do some bad parenting spells, child abuse spells, binding spells, conjure up a load of demons. I met that person out to be a bad person. They're like, yeah, that sounds great, doesn't it? Yeah, because they want generational wealth. They want that generational wealth. They're all narcissists. They're all extremely dangerously low vibrational, and they'll do anything extremely dangerously low vibrational for money, even if it's not their money. Like, even if it's blood money. So it ain't no good money when they're stealing off someone else's generational wealth. It's blood money. It ain't no good money, it's blood money. So this family is probably linking to a lot of crimes where someone has been killed off using black magic. I mean, if they are binding somebody and then conjuring up demons and stopping them from being able to defend themselves spiritually or physically, well, that's just wrong. So that obviously they view that person as competition. They obviously view that person as competition, that strength. So that's why they harvest off that energy to try and make and shatter and exhaust them using spell work to make them weak. And then they go in for a sacrifice. So they will keep doing it. They'll recruit more enemies. They recruit more enemies. And if that person's still not gone down, they'll recruit more enemies, more black magic gods, more resistance, more hoodoo, more voodoo, more conjuring up demons, more mirror magic, more death spells, more this, more that, and they just keep slinging black magic left, right, and centre on anybody, hexes, curses on anyone who they view as competition. And that's how these cranks slay their opponents. And again, there'll be people who pretty much have nothing to do with any of these battles, but because they're that weak mentally and spiritually weak, they will always try and recruit somebody else who they view as strong, someone who's got some sort of spiritual gifts. Then they will pay them to abuse their spiritual gifts and launch these attacks. Then they'll get stripped of their spiritual gifts. Then they'll get stripped of the spiritual protection. Then they'll get stripped of, like, literally all their spiritual gifts. And, well, they'll get paid bare minimal. And the ones who are, like, teaming up to do this, they'll end up with most of the money. And then these enemies who they're recruiting just get scrapped. So agents of the devil. Yeah, devil card. 5 of Wands. Devil worshippers. So we've got a King of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo, Hermit, and 10 of Wands. So there's like a Virgo masculine who's feeling really weighed down, really burdened, really weighed down, really burdened, and carrying a lot of energetic burdens and dark entities. Committed to a soulless third party, Taurus, Virgo, thought that they can avoid judgment. I is getting now, because Virgo masculine is like soulless, I is getting and got opted for Dark High Priestess. I is getting, wanted to battle 9 of Wands because they did not like someone being independent and single. And did not like with this group or gang want to be aware something surrounding not wanting feminine to be able to lay down with anybody. Like literally. Or sailing away into calmer waters. 6 of Pentacles. They was getting some sort of scraps. Family 6 of Cups from past. To cause chaos. To bring chaos. To bring trauma. 5 of Cups from reverse. Trying to literally collect themselves in someone else's energy. Like someone else's identity. 3 of Pentacles, a government organisation, Queen of Swords, 2 of Swords in reverse, and 10 of Swords, and Ace of Wands. Virgo Hermit trying to collect themselves, trying to take someone else's hard work, perseverance. We've got a King of Wands and Temperance in reverse, Sagittarius, messaging, working, 8 of Pentacles, the Death card to bring death, to end enemies and continue this karmic cycle of sneaking around, breaking up homes, generating a hell of a lot of bad karma. We've got a Taurus, air sign masculine, King of Cups, guilty, Ace of Pentacles, and 4 of Wands. Wants to take some sort of a house, Knight of Swords. Wanted to be seen as powerful and courageous. and new surrounding unrequited love. And trying to manifest off someone else's, the fruits of someone else's labour, trying to manifest off someone else's energy. So pulling off that energy constantly, cloaking themselves in that energy, then using that energy, 25, to bind high priestess and child or children, then spiritually attack high priestess and her child or children, constantly pulling off her energy, pulling off high priestess's energy, constantly, around the clock, shattering, exhausting energy vampires where they just don't give a damn, where they will literally keep pulling off that energy, leave you feeling like really like lethargic, you know, where you just can't, like, you feel like you can't even move and you're so like exhausted because you've got no energy. And then binding, yeah, then launching spiritual attacks, then it's like your full body's wrapped so you can't like fight back. It's like you've got like your full body wrapped like a rope around her, so you just can't fight back whatsoever. And then they come on in and start battling and competing against you because they've used competition, but then sucking and pulling off that energy and then battling and competing, which is schizophrenic if you ask me. 26. It's schizophrenic if you ask me. So we've got a Capricorn and Virgo masculine who's guilty for that. 10 of Swords in reverse and 9 of Swords. So now they're thinking about ending themselves. A lot of corruption and injustice. Not want it to be illuminated, but the Most High sees everything that they've gone in for some sort of sacrifice because they wanted to be seen as powerful and courageous and they wanted to just put an end in. They wanted to be seen as powerful and courageous and independent, sneaking around. Pisces, Capricorn, Scorpio energy, 4 of Swords. King of Swords in reverse, Solar, 7 of Wands. Wants them gifts for themselves. So that's sole purpose as well. So basically they want in even that very same sole purpose. So physical gifts, physical inheritance, that full life, spiritual gifts, and that very same sole purpose. Throat chakra magic. I've done a lot of throat chakra magic. 4 of Swords, separation, 6 of Pentacles. They're wanting separation from gifts, separation spells, separation from gifts, separation from self, separation from soul, creating illusions. Aquarius, persistently creating illusions and manipulating at any opportunity, malicious gossip. They're just manipulating a lot of things, a lot of energy manipulation. And their job, what they feel like, their job is to try and make someone passionless in life. And I'm thinking, what a boring life they must have if they're basing their full life solely surrounding one person and battling and competing against one person in a large group, yeah, using a load of dark arts, a load of black magic because they view that person as competition. I mean, do they not see that they are actually soulless beings? And do they not see that if someone's got gifts, what they do not possess personally, there's going to be no amount of sacrificing what's going to make these absolute low rank cranks be able to possess that gift. If someone's been born as a child, as a high priestess, and these idiots who's coming up against high priestess, 29, was never born as a high priestess, there's going to be no amount of spell work or black magic what can actually take them spiritual gifts. But because they're that deluded, and they work with the father of lies, they strongly believe that by doing all this, they're going to actually inherit someone else's spiritual gifts, like someone else's skills, talents, sole purpose. This is why they make sacrifices to the devil. But that deal with the devil never lasts. the devil's a liar, so there's drawing up contracts with the devil to win. So it's like they feel like they can't win against this high priestess, and even in a large group, so they have to keep recruiting more and drawing up contracts with the devil. So I sever any contracts to the devil. So any contracts. Call. That's what they should be getting for Christmas. It's like just a big bag of coal. Just a big bag of coal. I sever any soul contracts to the devil. Or any contracts. Any soul contracts signed in my name and all my children's name to the devil. Any soul contract signed in my name, children to the devil. Signed knowingly or unknowingly. Signed knowingly or unknowingly. And is now rebuked. Void and null. Now rebuked, void and null. Then the contracts with Archangel Uriel's flaming sword of God. Sponge, separate, and it Archangel Michael's sword of truth. Flaming sword of God, Archangel Michael's flaming sword of truth. Saying that, I'm smoking a cig, and that's bad for that. So, any soul contract signed in my name and or my children's name to the devil, whether signed knowingly or unknowingly, is now rebuked, void, and null. I burn these contracts with Archangel Uriel's flaming sword of God and Archangel Michael's sword of truth. I rebuke the one of the devil in the name of Jesus Christ. Rebuke it. I rebuke it. I rebuke the plans of the devil in the name of Jesus Christ. So these demons, these dark high priestesses, make these sacrifices so they can take that 10 of Pentacles. They've got unrequited love for anyone, all their hard work, that perseverance, Knight of Pentacles, and then 10 of Wands that don't care about that burden, what have you. They all look like of carrying that load to be able to generate and accumulate that that generational wealth, they just want to take all that generational wealth for themselves. So not just the money, the energy, the naturally abundant energy field, because they're pure putrid, and they just want to run around like a lot of these guys are feminines. Yeah, they'll take it, they'll pass it on to like different partners, that good energy, yeah, and then they'll create emotional attachment, like an energetic cord to that person. Then they'll go on off and they'll just sleep with God knows how many other people and create that attachment and feed off them. 35. And then if there's family members involved, they do a soul tie. So basically, all their bad karma, they want to do a soul tie. So even if the one who's not generated that bad karma, like, is in their circle or in their family or around them, that, like, it'll happen to child or children. So it's like the child or children will go through that bad karma and start paying off someone else's karmic debts. Someone else's karmic debts. So Archangel Uriel, please sever any soul ties, trauma bonds and binding spells with your flaming sword of God. You can always look on YouTube, yeah, on YouTube, and go on a cord cutting ritual, because energetically, because you can't really see these spiritual attacks, sometimes you may see it in dream state and have bad nightmares, and see this in nightmares, in dream state, with that 9 of Cups in reverse, that's nightmares. A cord cutting ritual, because they create an energetic cord to your body, right? And I mean like all over your body, like around your feet, around your legs, all around the top, even like right at top, right around your head. So you can always use your fingers, 2 fingers, and create like a scissor motion. And scissor, like literally do scissors, 2 fingers, and say about cutting these cords. I sever any of these soul ties, yeah. Ask Archangel Uriel to help with his flaming sword of God and do a cord cutting ritual. And then that will help protect you. Obviously pray to God the Most High, to Jesus, to Archangel Michael for that protection. Prayer helps for that protection, and it's spiritual baths that helps with that protection as well. So we've got some sort of corrupt government organisation who was persistently trying to create energetic bends, trying to create stress, right? So we've got Hanged Man, 9 of Wands in reverse. Then we've got Hierophant, so someone who wanted to view themselves as a Hierophant. 3 of Pentacles in a corrupt government organisation. Knight of Cups. Then we've got the, Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and then we've got lack, that energy, lack that strength, lack the motivation. 10 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Wands, and Death card. And then we've got 10 points in reverse. Battle, send that Death Angel so they can take the family, take the children, take that 10 of Cups, and then take that 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and they're guilty. 9 of Pentacles, because they just wanted that 9 of Pentacles. I was getting a Leo. A Leo wants to avoid prison through attacking and sneaking around the children, sneak attacking. So a Leo has been sneak attacking the children. Page of Wands, working with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, a King of Swords in reverse, and a Queen of Cups in reverse, a Chariot in reverse, and a Cancer to lie, to start an argument. So it's like basically lie about someone and then start an argument, right? So then obviously in arguments, a lot of people, when they get mad in arguments, is going to say some mean shit. So then that's what they want. Yeah, so then it feeds the devil, it fuels the devil, it feeds these money, power hungry, devilish, demonically possessed people who love the drama. So they just love the drama. They absolutely love the drama. So I was getting that these are the type of people, friends, family, community, who's always watching drama TV series and always likes to watch shit kick off in other people's lives, laugh about other people's pain and trauma, think it's hilarious, but then when something happens to them, they want their friends, their family, and everyone else to support them if they go through something what's not even as much as traumatic or as much. Yeah, probably like hypocrites, but saying that, you know, I smoke cigs and I drink energy drinks. Smoking cigs causes cancer, and energy drinks helps feed the cancerous cells. And I say to the kids to not smoke or drink energy drinks because it's bad for them. Except from like my oldest one, because she's like a teenager now. So then if she smokes, she smokes. There's not much you can do about it. So he's been doing a beauty spell. We've got the Magician card, Six of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands. Then we've got Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and then Six of Cups. So someone from past could be a Sagittarius, or they could be doing this on a Sagittarius, and has been doing beauty spells to make someone battling, Five of Wands, to lack or unrequited love and feel really weighed down. Something surrounding investing in death, Ten of Cups, a dysfunctional, distorted family. Who's depressed? We've got a Pisces. Depressed, Leo. With solar money, they want to make someone, like, they're paying for spell work to make someone feel ugly. They're paying with spell work to try and maybe change that body shape. Paying with spell work to stop someone from looking pretty, feeling pretty. Trying to stop someone through spell work and through gossip, looking and making themselves look nice because they want to make out like this high priestess is a slag. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Then we've got Empress in reverse and Queen of Swords in reverse. Aries energy and Aquarius energy. Gemini and Cancer. They've got a lot of bad karma, but they didn't see that. Through the level of corruption and injustice, they've got a lot of bad karma. So they could be jealous of that divine knowledge, that divine wisdom, and that divine protection, that opportunity, because, well, being a high priestess can bring money in. Being a high priestess is a job. And then even if, like with a high priestess, Hermit, Virgo, Page of Pentacles, and Six of Wands, they're recognised and they're highly ranked spiritually by the Most High. So instantly, even at birth, when you are born naturally as a high priestess or hierophant, God, you're actually naturally, like, literally born with a high spiritual ranking. So basically, as a baby, if you are born a high priestess and there's like 30-odd-year-old people, 30-odd-year-old people, 40-odd-year-old people, 60-odd-year-old people around you, what have you, that high priestess, regardless of that high priestess or hierophant who's been born with them psychic abilities and them gifts, is higher in ranking than that 30-odd-year-old, that 20-odd-year-old, that 40-odd-year-old, that 50-year-old, and that 60-year-old in that room. And a lot of people get jealous of that someone can be like, as a baby, as a young age, because of that high spiritual ranking and being born as a high priestess, they're naturally born in a high spiritual ranking, and they're naturally born to be more spiritually protected than the ones who's not a high priestess or a hierophant and not got these psychic abilities. Like, some people throughout life, it can take them like 30, 40 years, 50 years, or even 60 years of their life to open up like their third eye and become consciously aware. Whereas as a high priest, a high priestess, from a young age, they seem to be more consciously aware. and have some sort of psychic abilities. But obviously, if other people around them have not got any form of psychic abilities or that access to spirit realm, other people's not going to, these 3D materialistic folk are not going to understand. Not going to understand. Here's the swords, that's just, I can't make it up. Dillings, I can't make it up. So we've got the moon card in reverse, 4 of swords, ace of pentacles, 6 of wands, opportunity. Aries, bad karma. Taurus, bad karma. Sagittarius, bad karma. Aries with this Queen of Swords in reverse, like an Aries, they've all got bad karma. And they've all, with this 5 of Cups in reverse, and the Strength, and then the 3 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Cups, all collaborated, wanted to do some sort of child abuse spell or something like this, or was being really dangerous, because 10 of Pentacles in reverse, they just wanted that 10 of Pentacles in reverse, so they was really dangerous. Dangerously low. Then we've got a Libra, or a lot of corruption and injustice with this. Yeah. Wow. Libra, 10 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Pentacles. The full card, Pisces. Then we've got the World card in reverse. Wanting that full world flips upside down. Wanting to take, like, literally so much illusions. They've got no love for God there, yet they want to be able to possess God's gift. They've got no love for the Most High, yet they have, like, they think that they should be able to possess a gift from the Most High, whether that be the childless children, a house, a home, that physical inheritance, that generational wealth, house, home, property, land, business opportunities, and it's that spiritual inheritance as well, because they're all deluded. Yeah, we've got Judgment in reverse and Hangman. They took an opportunity to sacrifice somebody, and they've generated a hell of a lot of bad karma for their gifts to the devil. Committed. They wanted, yeah, there's lack of unrequited love. They want to sacrifice someone's sole purpose and bring that chaos constantly, all the time, and create illusions to stop anyone gaining insight into what they're actually doing, because, well, it's a satanic cult or coven where they sacrifice people for their wealth, their gifts, their sole purpose, their energy, their full life. 47. They've gone begging to the devil for help. They've begged the devil for help. It's like they've literally gone on their knees and gone to this devil and proper, like, prayed and begged the devil for help. So they couldn't use that of a high vibration to take this high priestess down. They actually begged the devil for help. Could be Capricorn female. A Capricorn female as well, who was begging the devil for help to create some sort of bondage. Because they love the thought of possessing someone else's, like, destiny is what there's wanting. They wanted to possess someone else's destiny, someone else's love option, someone else's gifts, skills, talents for life, that forward movement. There could be a Virgo masculine with this King of Pentacles in reverse involved. He wanted to take ownership of a house or home. Thought that they could avoid judgment for sacrificing to take that opportunity for that wealth, for dark Pisces. who wants to avoid prison, so create an illusion. 8 of Swords in reverse and 7 of Cups, 3 of Wands in reverse. Don't want anyone to like investigate it. So basically they're trying to do some sort of like stop justice, don't investigate it, because they've got involved in bankruptcy, bank fraud. Could be taking someone else's check, a check, mail, hacking accounts, a check, mail, hacking accounts, a check, mail, hacking accounts, a check, or like keys or deeds. Community of them involved. So obviously there's a community which is like on the distant horizons. Yeah, oh, you just can't make it up. No, go on in. Community, distant horizons, unexpected income, message, and house. So deeds to a house or a home, a boat, a community of them. They all want that for themselves, but yeah, they're all fake and false. Privileged, fake, privileged lady, sudden wealth, courthouse in reverse, mature man in reverse, and family room in reverse, and gift, and then occupation. So it's like they want that occupation, they want that gift, they want the money, what comes with it, they want that sudden wealth, and then they're all taking some unexpected income under the table, taking a house or home, acting all fake and false, probably sat there inside of a house or a home, this mature man in reverse, and a feminine, and they're all going to prison. We've got coffin in reverse and great fortune in reverse. Coffin in reverse, great fortune in reverse. We've got courtship, thoughts in reverse, mature woman in reverse, bad health. So this could be like social services. Yeah, false, fake, privileged lady, social services. So even roping social services, it like people with like badges, lanyards, and stuff like that to start manipulating and trying to give like a social worker a cash bonus if they was to manipulate, do a lot of spell casting and get in on that sacrifice and get a cash bonus. That's like East Side locality, Jade Fennessy and Jimmy Craig, where they all went in for a sacrifice on me and my children in January 2022. They did it previous years as well, a real bad death hex, and they keep sacrificing me and my children to take my wealth, and then they will sign Lucifer. We've got message, bad health in reverse, and Jenny in reverse. Tell the neighbour in reverse, putting a lot of work in behind the scenes. They will literally sign Lucifer in legal documentations so that when they go to court, yeah, the judge, because a lot of them are Luciferian and they serve the devil and they worship money and the materialistic things, as soon as they put Lucifer in legal documentation and then they say, oh, call this person as bad health, label them as incompetent, so they can avoid going to prison and they can take that gift of all that wealth. Yeah, so label that person as incompetent, label that person as bad health. Meanwhile, they've been spiritually attacking someone around the clock and sacrificing them, and then they want to label that person as bad health so they can take ownership of their assets, their real estate, their generational wealth. And I was thinking, with his thoughts, what do you mean? So we've got a mature woman who's high on her in reverse and an official person, privileged lady. So this masculine could be, well, he's high on him in reverse. He has no, ranking in spirit. Don't matter about his body size. It could be larger size. It could be 10 stone, 8 stone, 12 stone, 14 stone, 15 stone. But in spirit realm, he weighs as much as his flea in spirit. Because he has no weight in spirit. So basically, this official person who's high on it in reverse, and this mature woman who's high on in reverse, and she just wanted to be seen as privilege, they're all going to prison because, again, in spirit, they hold no spiritual ranking. 53. They could be 60 foot tall. They could be built like a brick shit house. They could be literally proper tanked up. Yeah, but in spirit, they hold no spiritual ranking. That's why they have to feel the need to keep recruiting more people to do black magic and do these spiritual attacks and sacrifice so they can have everything. And this is how these groups, these cults, these covens, these gangs, these family members, toxic family members, are creating their generational wealth by outnumbering and bullying. So they're going to prison. They think they can avoid judgment because I'm like, oh, look, but I'm wealthy and stuff like that. You know, proper concern because they want this house, this home. They falsely want to remove the children, theft, We've got coffin in reverse and poverty, and sort of wealth, an insurance job on top of that. So an inheritance scam, and then wanted to literally end High Priestess 54 before all of it comes out to light, and using corrupt government officials who work in law enforcement, who like to abuse their power over and over again, who like to abuse their power position for a few quid under the table, falsify legal documentations, claim power of attorney, and use black magic on everybody. And anyone who gets that message of what's going on down, they will then start getting spiritually attacked. They will then start getting gang stalked. They will then start getting harassed. They will then start getting bullied. And then they will start getting sacrificed as well to cover up 5533 gang affiliations, and probably some of these family members, one of these family members, or a lot of these family members, groups, gangs, what have you, is linking to the Freemasons, 5544, and these dirty, low vibrational Freemasons, that's their gang moves. As soon as they hear of anyone who's got like any spiritual inheritance or something, they start pulling people out of the woodworks. That could be a plumber, that could be someone who drives an ambulance, that could be someone who works in law, in any law area. That could be a police officer, a lawyer, judge, solicitor, attorney, that type of stuff. And then they'll start pulling people out who works in nursing, doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, to start gaslighting, manipulating, twisting. And while there's doing that, there's doing a lot of black magic. So like, it's a secret society. Oh, Jesus Christ. Five represents acts of kindness. Your guardian angel, meaning your guardian, is urging you to be a role model. Many people look up to you. This is what there's not wanting. So basically, because they've attacked someone who is highly ranked spiritually, and they did not want anyone to view that person in a good light. That's why they kept pulling off that energy and doing all these spiritual attacks, doing child abuse spells, acting all fake and false. They're all losing their jobs. Courthouse, the ones working in this courthouse, they're losing their jobs. Solicitors, lawyers, judges, the ones who work in like selling homes and stuff like that, they're all going under investigation. So it starts linking to a lot of corrupt people in and around the area. Even a corrupt morgue, like a corrupt like church or something like that, a funeral home, a corrupt funeral home, where they know that these dirty low vibrational masons, their family members, will bump one of the family members off and do an insurance job, and all of a sudden, one day that family member's totally fine, and the next day that family member's been poisoned or sacrificed as a form of a sacrifice to their devil, and then monetize on that. The community, occupation, poverty in reverse, and that's how they come out of poverty. Child, they even sacrifice these children, and then what these evil, we've got courthouse and the community, they'll start acting all fake and false in front of the children, making it like, oh, you all right, in it all for what you've been through. They'll start acting all fake and false. Bad health in reverse, label them as bad health. Ones in courtships and stuff like that, label them as bad health. Imprisonment in reverse, to try and create a mental entrapment. But he's getting, they're all high on it in reverse, and a lot of people has done this to High Priestess throughout her life and her child or children, where they all act all fake and false. There's got unrequited love, and all they care about is a cash bonus and taking change, making a change house, change, great fortune, and male female, so it could be a sibling involved or a teenager, children, teenager involved in that, who wants to take that house home for herself and that great fortune and that sudden wealth for herself, and then wants to stand in front of a judge, act all wealthy, posh, privileged lady, wealthy man, theft, and then all start go appear to a court, a judge, a lawyer, a solicitor, act all posh and privileged, act all nicey, like they've never even done anything of the sort. But maybe they'll start flashing some sort of gang signs, Yeah, high on her, messenger. They've literally, Freemasons taking a gift 33. 33. Just taking gifts under the table, like, oh, it's all right now. We'll take a gift of that under the table and all that. Yeah. Well, we've been robbing off people for generations and generations to come. Yeah, we always do this. You know, they don't seem to change their tactics. It's like the same tactics. It's the same tactics. I swear to God, it's the same bully boy tactics. Yeah, a lot of these, again, they'll be like 30 odd, 40 odd, 50 odd, 60 odd, 70 odd. And their full life has been about gang affiliation, and because they've got secret society protection and they're taking oath with each other, oh, you're not going to grass us up, are you? You're not going to tell on us, are you? Oh, no, was brothers for life. Was brothers for life would never do anything of the sort type of stuff. What do you mean? And that's how they take people's great fortune. And they all accept gifts under this table. Oh, go on. You know, we'll give you £1,000, we'll give you £2,000. How much do you want? 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, 60 grand, 70 grand, 80 grand, 100. Do you want 100? We'll give you 100 grand, we'll give you 100 grand. And then their hearts start pounding. You know, this cock starts twitching. It's a bit brutal, you know, it's straight to the point. The fannies start banging off. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, go on then. You know, in messages, oh, I'll get that great fortune. Of course, I'll work against this one who's, you know, gone through all that because of you, group, gang, you evil, toxic family members. Of course, I'll do that. Oh, of course, I'll try and cover up that you keep attempting to murder this person to do an inheritance and insurance job. Go on then. As long as you give me some of this blood money, because all that money's cursed. All that money's cursed. Yeah, so they'll just be like, yeah, oh, well, we'll get 10 grand from this. Like, fat cow social worker. I mean, no offence, there's nice people of a larger body size, but she wanted 40 grand for doing exactly the same thing to me and my kids. And the police officers, they wanted 10 grand or something like that, cash bonus for trying to murder me. Yeah, consent, surrounding a gift and coming out of poverty, and they wanted to literally steal it. So then, well, they wanted to become wealthy. They didn't give a damn. Yeah, something about putting in prison and a message trying to take child or children and occupation death. Mature woman. So literally, even the children's lives are in danger. Child or children's lives are in danger. Some sort of ex who wants to appear in front of a judge, you know, never wanted to work, but thought, I think I deserve this family home. I think I deserve this family business. We've got kiddies together. I think I should be able to take everything. And his mum's just like, yeah, we think we should be able to take everything. What's not even rightfully theirs by law. But again, that sounds like Humberside Police, Hull Crown Court, Hull City Council, Pepperell Solicitors, my family, and my ex's family. Yeah, and pals as well, because they want a couple of grand, so they can spend it on going on shopping sprees, spending like splurging, splashing as cash, bipolar addiction, where they just literally need to start buying things to fill up a gaping hole on the inside. Because that's what they've got. They've got a gaping hole where their heart used to be, and a gaping hole is where their soul used to be. Yeah, because they're just demonic. A legion of demonic spirits have been dispatched to attack you through people around you and bring these love attacks. That love life, platonic, romantic, the one with his children. The work you've done on yourself has worked. The negative energy is dissipating, so that's all it is. Yeah, dark energy. Oh, you just can't make it up. Negative, dark energy sent your way, return back on the sender, a failed attempt. That's all they do, all day, all night. Can you sit there with a picture of, like, for example, myself, keeping the keys, and start projecting a lot of dark, negative energy, a lot of evil eye, and do all this witchcraft on this person to try and stop this person from advancing? And can you do some reckless magic and stuff, and then make that person have some negative effects on their physical health, their mental health, and their spiritual health, please, and they just go mad and then siphon on that energy. Somebody's siphoning on that energy, so basically that's all they do, which is just pathetic. They need to grow up. Again, it's gang affiliation, and half of these people who are demonic, they're only around because they just siphon on other people's energy. Literally, I've had it done on me, where you start looking like a zombie until you snap out of that spell and you do your cord cutting and clear your energy field, because that's all they do 24/7 is just get on up in that energy field because they're spiritual bullies. But what do you expect? I mean, they are low vibrational masons, they are evil, and they have got no hearts or no souls, and again, a lot of them just deserve a noose because there's so much underhanded behaviour. Again, quote Lucifer in legal documentations to force a court case to go in their favour. So it just seems to be, especially in whole crown court, yeah, if you're a Luciferian and you quote Lucifer in legal documentations and like smile at the judge and batter eyelashes and what at a judge and give them some money under the table, anything goes. Anything goes. A lot of corruption going down in Old Crown Court. A lot of corruption. Yeah. Male, female, theft, robbery of sudden wealth. Child still took a gift. Could have took a gift of child or children, used that to manipulate, tried to get someone who's high on air, locked up in prison to cover up and scapegoat. So the one who's got a gift, the one whose gifts it is, yeah, they've banged that person in prison and they're scapegoating. So the ones who's getting in on identity theft, robbery, fraud, and all this like a shit ton of really bad, like illegal activities, they're the reporters to the police, yeah. So they report to the police. So they'll go out these tactics, what they've got, they will rob. They will steal something off somebody, like their inheritance, and then what they'll do, because they think that they're hilarious because they've done it that often, of stealing their identity and stealing inheritance and stuff like this, because they've done it that often, they will then go and false report the one who they're coming up against, who they view as competition, to get that person under illegal investigation. Meanwhile, that person who's under illegal investigation is getting watched constantly, and then getting harassed, yeah, and then having sleepless nights because they're constantly getting watched for no good reason. Meanwhile, the ones who are doing the false reporting, they get to swell around, act all free and what have you, and all high and mighty, and think that that's it, was getting away with everything because we know Masons and stuff like that, and was in these Masons and what have you, and we've got illegal protection. Look at me, I think I'm some sort of mafia. I have to get illegal protection because they know what they've done and they're doing, and what they keep doing is illegal. Oh, we took an oath, to the devil. To what? To do the devil's work. What a set of low-rank cranks. So they make out like they're highly ranked, but again, they're a set of low-rank cranks. But because they've got, like, good 3D materialistic things, everyone will be like, wow, look at you. Aren't you strong and powerful? Look at everything, what you've got. Oh, look, it's probably all for robbery and theft. Robbery. Again, where I live, apparently, Hull is ranked first in the UK for like the most like robberies, because that's all people do in my area is rob. They can have more materialistic things, and then the one who's got less materialistic things, they'll come on in, yeah, and steal that, and then they start roaming around acting all posh and privileged. I bet you any money, a lot of these people are signed up to Neighbourhood Watch. So basically, if there's any crime going on in the area, report it. But the false reporting someone while they're out committing some major crimes, do black magic and sacrificing people left, right, and centre for what's not even theirs, because they're really poorly. Real poorly. They need a noose around the neck.